What's up, everyone? Recently, I felt inspired to share something with the world, so hopefully, it resonates with some of y'all. Hopefully, it can be a positive impact on someone. So, for a lot of my life, I always wondered, why do I get so bored with things that aren't necessarily stimulating? Why is it so hard to focus and pay attention to something that I don't necessarily have genuine interest in? I've always wondered why I can be so indecisive. You know, uh, so many things going through my mind at once. Like, you should see me cleaning my house. I start one thing and I start the next thing, but I didn't finish the first thing. I eventually get it all done, but you know, if you know, you know. Growing up, going through school was such a struggle. Like, there was some subjects that I wouldn't struggle in because I actually enjoyed them, I actually liked them, and I did well. But then there were some subjects that it was nearly impossible for me to retain and focus and just do well in. This led to me needing a lot of extra help in school. My parents' solution was to put me on Adderall. So I tried it and I hated it. It's like I felt like a shell of myself, like a zombie. I would have like no appetite. I felt socially awkward. I wasn't sleeping well. I struggled making friends. So as soon as I felt I had a choice to not take it, I did just that. I stopped taking it. I tried to undiagnose myself and just tell myself I can do this. Like, I can focus. If I just try hard enough, I can be successful. Growing up, I also could never really decide what I wanted to pursue. The thought of doing one thing for the rest of my life was always such a daunting thought. Like, it's never really felt like I could do that, or like I'm supposed to do that. I would see some other people that would know what they want to do, and they can just put their all into it. They can just pursue that one thing and put all their energy into that. This led to anxiety, depression, and just truly believing that society just isn't built for people like me, isn't built for people with ADD. So, needless to say, having ADD or ADHD does affect every aspect of your life. One that really stands out to me is relationships. I've had past relationships where my partner would get frustrated with me, so frustrated, because I don't remember some detail, like, oh, you don't pay attention, you don't listen to what I'm saying, you don't listen to me. You remember I said that to you. You remember? And I would just like I just genuinely wouldn't remember. And I would beat myself up about it. I got to a point where if I was in a relationship, I would have to over communicate. Hey, if you need to tell me something, please make sure that I'm not doing something else. That make sure that my focus is on you, because I might not retain it if you're just talking to me and my focus is not fully on you. And I'm sure some of you can relate with having old school parents that are under the impression that the only way to be successful is to go to college. So I went to college. I jumped from major to major, just not getting any sense of fulfillment or feeling motivated. After college, I got a job, did the job for a few years, got bored. It became like almost just mind numbing, so difficult to continue to stay motivated and to just go to work every day to do something that I don't enjoy, something that I don't get any sense of fulfillment from. And it's been the same thing every few years. Either I get fired or I quit. I try to be a responsible adult. I got bills to pay and everything like everyone else. So I'll keep the job until I find something else. Trying to keep the mindset when one door closes, another one opens. Like, there's always something better for me. A common misconception for people with ADD, especially, kids in school, is that they're just bad. You're just a bad kid. You don't pay attention, you don't do your work. And it's just like, when realistically our minds are just not stimulated enough to want to focus, to want to pay attention. And it's nearly impossible to pay attention to something that you just don't really care about when you have ADD, you know? Having ADD over the period of my life has had definitely led to me having massive issues with like self-confidence and just believing in myself, believing that I can be successful. Something that a lot of people with ADD have in common is that they're very resilient. So, over the years, I've developed a strategy for just how to get through life. And it has definitely worked. Like, I can 100% say that it has changed my life for the better. The first thing is stop beating yourself up. Stop beating yourself up for the way that your brain works. It is what it is, and you just gotta learn how to cope. Number two is try to take life one day at a time. What I mean by that is, I've noticed that when I try to set too many goals, or when I just try to think about the future too much, like all the things that I want to accomplish, I get overwhelmed. It causes anxiety, and I don't progress at all. I don't do anything, you know? But I've realized if I take it one step, one day at a time, every day is a new day. Every day is a new opportunity to accomplish something new. Little by little, I'll get there. Little by little, I will achieve everything that I want in life. Also, just being present, no matter what you're doing, whether it's work or play. Be present, live in the moment. So many people are stressing about the future or the past, and they're never truly living their lives, never truly enjoying their lives. I know being present is easier said than done, but just work on it every day. Just try to remind yourself to just be in the moment. I promise you, it will help. Life isn't easy, so I really try to look at any adversity, any challenges in life, anything that can be perceived as a negative, as a bad time, you know? I try to look at it as an opportunity to grow. It's kind of like the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It sounds cliche, but it is some real shit. I've noticed that after doing that any time that I go through something difficult, my mindset is better, because I'm just like, I'm gonna get through this, and after I get through this, I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be stronger for it. I'm gonna find whatever it is in this situation that that can be a positive, that can just make me better. No matter what it is, like there is some type of positive to every situation that you can grow from. There may be some situations that you just can't find the positive. You can't until later. But it'll eventually make sense. It'll eventually become something that you can grow from. For example, I was laid off from a job that I enjoyed. I didn't see much growth with the job as far as moving through the company, but I enjoyed the job. And I was laid off from it. And in the moment, it just felt so bad. Like I just felt so lost. Like I'm just like I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next for me. But believe me when I tell you, it is so true that when one door closes, another one opens. So I ended up taking a job that I hated, moving furniture, and I applied. Long story short, I got a way better job, an engineering job. Like I got a job that I never even fathomed that I could get, and the pieces just fell into place for me to get this job. And I was just like, wow, like if I was still at my old job, I wouldn't have this one, you know? And I truly believe that I can attribute that to my mindset and my ability to focus on the positive. You know, yes, obviously I was just upset initially, but I came out of it and I was just like, I'm gonna be okay. Like make myself believe that I'm gonna be okay. Like things are gonna work out somehow, you know? And they did, you know, at least for now. It's funny because I've been at this job now for a while and I'm getting pretty bored of it. Like if I don't get promoted soon, you know, after I've been there for a couple years now, and I feel if I feel stagnant, like I'm not growing, then I get really bored. That's one of the reasons I've noticed that I just get really bored with the job. So I'm hoping to move forward with it, but if not, then that just means that door is closing and that there's a better opportunity for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I have made myself believe that, and it's worked. Like it literally works out every time. Things just work out as long as I just focus on my energy and how I impact other people. Just trying to focus on the positive, and just just not being an asshole, not negatively impacting other people for no reason. I'm telling you, all that good energy, all that positivity, it will come back to you. Maybe not in the timing that you want it to, but it will come back to you. So if right now you're at a job that you hate, just remember that it is temporary. Believe that it is temporary until something better, until there is something better for you. Like, you have to believe that there's something better for you. So it's temporary. So I'm just going to do this job right now to make ends meet, to pay my bills, and something better is around the corner for me. At the same time, I'm not saying that you just sit and don't do anything to work towards that. Be open to new opportunities. Apply for things that you might not think that you can get. Just keep me moving forward and keep taking it one day at a time. Another thing that really helps me is just exercising and taking care of myself. I've noticed that the first thing to go when I'm not feeling good is my mindset, my ability to stay positive and just do everything I've been mentioning. I mean, this is just a good lesson for life in general. If you don't feel good, if you don't have your health, you literally can't do anything. You can't accomplish anything if you're not healthy. So I want to feel good, because if I feel good, then I can more effectively do everything that I've been mentioning. And if I don't feel good, I feel like I can't effectively manifest and attract good things into my life. I feel like I'm just not in the mindset to receive anything good, because I'm just not in a good mindset. I just feel stagnant when I'm not feeling good. Another thing that I can 100% say has helped make my life better is having a vision board. Now, a vision board, my vision board anyway, it's half like bulletin board and half like dry erase board. And I write a bunch of positive affirmations on there, things that will just help me to get in a good mindset. you know just good things about myself, or things that I want to be about myself, things that'll lift you up, like just saying that you're confident, you're smart, you're going to be successful, you're going to find love, the best thing for you in the right timing. And then on the bulletin board side, I just post a bunch of photos of things that I want, whether it's materialistic or mental, physical, whatever it is. It could be anything. But you want to have that visual of it, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can get in the habit, and it's easier said than done to remind yourself, let me look at this every day for a couple seconds or whatever, because I definitely don't. But at the same time, it's in my mind. It's always in my mind, and I'm just like, one day in the right timing, I will have these things. And I'm telling you, over the years, there's been so many things on that vision board that have come true. And I truly believe that is because I'm just truly believing that it's going to happen, and doing everything else that I said that I've been doing. Now, the final thing that comes to mind, now just to preempt, this may not be for you, but I can 100% say that it has made a difference in my life. And being that I'm an adult now and I can make an informed decision, my girlfriend, who also, she has ADHD, she recommended that I try Vyvanse. Now, Vyvanse is different from Adderall, but similar. Like, it does similar things, but it doesn't have the same side effects, or as many side effects. So I tried it. I got a prescription for it. And at my job, it's just very detail oriented. There's a lot of tasks that we have to do that are not stimulating at all. They're just super boring, super repetitive. But there are aspects of the job that I like. Like, I love fixing things and creating things and stuff like that. So the first thing I noticed when I took it was that it literally seemed like 98% of the tabs in my mind were closed. Like, it was just like, it just quieted my brain in a way that made it easy to focus on things that I don't necessarily care about, or I'm not passionate about, or just aren't stimulating. And it didn't feel like I felt on Adderall as a kid. I didn't feel like a zombie. Like, I still had an appetite. I'm still able to sleep. I do take like some magnesium supplements just to help me sleep better, but I feel like ultimately it didn't really affect my sleep much. But yeah, wow, it just made such a huge difference for me at work. And even though I still deep down feel like, I need to either feel like I'm growing and moving forward with this company or something better is coming for me, I'm able to do the job and I'm able to pay attention, and it doesn't feel like torture to do the boring parts of the job. And with the Vyvanse, like I don't take it every day, only when I feel like I really need it. Like I know I'm about to be doing something that's boring or monotonous or that's just gonna be hard for me to stay focused on. Another thing I should mention is that shit is not cheap. From the website GoodRx, I'm still paying like 130 for 30 pills. So it's not like, like everybody may not be able to afford that, but and like I said, it's not necessary. Like it's super recent for me, like super recent, like within the last 6 months I've noticed the impact that it has had on my life, but it's not something that I feel like I would just be helpless without. So yeah, I mean, that pretty much concludes at least everything that comes to mind right now as far as how I get through life with ADD. Like I'm 34 years old now. I feel like I've accomplished a lot in life. I recently was able to become a homeowner. I paid off my car. Like, I know the economy is shit. I know things are expensive. I know money is tight for a lot of people. I mean, it's still tight for me. It's just that I always seem to just have money or have a job when I really need it. Like things just work out. And I've always tried to really figure out why that is. The reasons that I said in this video, I feel like are why that is. I feel like it's because of my mindset. I feel like it's because I'm able to take things one day at a time and just focus on the positive. So yeah, I mean, I really hope that this video is able to positively impact someone out there. You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. Just be resilient. Make yourself believe that everything is gonna be okay. Slowly but surely change your mindset, because it doesn't just happen overnight. It takes practice and consistency. But I promise, if you do those things, things will get better. So yeah, much love, take care of yourself, and stay strong. You got this.